Hi. All right. So, this is my video. Oh, I'm having a good hair day. Okay. So, this is my video about how to Airbnb like a boss. Oh, good morning. By the way, it is like 11:28 here in mid-afternoon in Germany. But I thought I'd do a live video even though most of my friends are still freaking asleep in the United States. But this is how to Airbnb like a boss. So, couple tips on Airbnb. Airbnb is awesome. Couch surfing is awesome. Airbnb gives you a little bit more legal rights and stability, and you get your money back if it's not like it's supposed to. And there's just a little bit more security versus couch surfing. So I'm going to show you how to Airbnb, and I'm just going to show you on my handy-dandy tablet what Airbnb looks like. Now, I suggest you have Airbnb like on every mobile device you have, because as soon as you're traveling somewhere, you get to where you're going, you kind of want to have your Wi-Fi going, and you really need to have it, because if you get somewhere like when I got to Copenhagen for the first time, my Airbnb actually fell through, and thank God the Copenhagen airport has free Wi-Fi, because I could rebook and I got a place in less than an hour, which is awesome because I stayed there the next time I went to Copenhagen when I got married. So, and dude, if she sees this, hello, I miss you. She's so awesome. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't want to put her on blast. But anyway, so I love Airbnb because not only does it have the little awesome things, let me just turn it around. Okay. So, you can actually see all of your trips that you've taken. There's San Fernando, Belfast, Copenhagen, Kastrup. Okay, so we're going next. That's Austria, that's Venice. Oh, and it's in the original languages because that's just how it goes. So there's Venice, there's Florence, there's Rome, Pisa, Marseille, and that is Barcelona. So, but I wanted to show you that's what I like about it, because it keeps it all cool and stuff. So if you want to go up there, I'm going to just Portadown, Florence, Venice, Genoa. I've done a lot of searches for different places. So say you want to go to Pisa, which is in the middle of Italy on the west side, which is right above Rome, maybe 2 hours. So go to this little thing right here, filter. Now, you don't want to spend $1,000 a night. You know your damn budget, so you do this. You say, oh, I don't want to do that. Here we go. And you just kind of scroll down. And if that's your thing, that's your budget per day. Now, remember this. That's your budget per day. You don't want to spend $100 per day, right? So you just kind of go like this. You really want to have it. A good Airbnb you can get for less than $50. But, you want to look at the high ends and stuff like that, that's fine. But you want to keep it like 53. You want an entire place, you do want a private room. You can choose shared room. I never do the shared room because your stuff isn't secure. So you don't want, unless you're like a real great backpacker and you trust people and you don't have a whole lot of high-end shit to steal, you could do that if you want. But I always choose private room or entire place. And then, of course, you have to put how many people you got, how many beds you want, with the amenities. And with this, now this is Pisa in the middle of August. So you have to go like this. Yeah, I'd want air conditioning and Wi-Fi. That's the kind of thing I always put. Wi-Fi, air conditioning, or just Wi-Fi. Or heating if it's really cold. But you can do all these things. And there's TV, there's internet, you can do facilities. Now, this is a special one. House rules. Now, make sure that if you have pets, you need to check this. Do not make the mistake of having a dog or a cat and not putting that. I don't care if it's a service dog or a pet dog. Service dogs, they still consider an animal, so you want to make sure that you put pets allowed. I know that they can't turn away a service dog. I know it gets full access. However, if like you're staying in someone's house, you really want to let them know if you've got a dog. If their child is severely allergic to animals and you start the argument of you can't deny me because I have a service dog, let's just be realistic about this shit. Let's just be courteous. You've got thousands of other places. Now look, right now there's 21 homes. And you just click on that right there. Now, you pick things. Now, another thing you should never do. Almost never should you ever pick a place that has no reviews. Because if you're going to Rome, it could be a total like snag your money and run away. So you don't want that. So you want a place with at least 2 reviews, at least 1 review. Like that's a new place. You might want to take the chance. You might not. But, let's pick a place with, fuck it. I don't know where that is. That looks cool. And you look through the pictures. If that place doesn't look like it's right for you, if you're just looking for a place to sleep and, hey, Carrie, how you doing? If you're looking for a place to sleep and for one night, but make sure you do this. Click on the map. If you're not me and I'm driving through Europe, I have a car. You really need to look out and go, I wanted to stay in Pisa. Holy shit. Now this is what gets trapped. This place is way over here. And Pisa is way over here. Like I said, it's on the west side. Right above Rome. Because Rome's down there. Alright, so, and if you're flying into the airport, dude, you're shit out of luck. Because the blue thing is the airport. And how are you going to get there? Do not rely on the person picking you up, because unless they say they are, they won't. Unless you want to charge $50. Or do you want to take a taxi? Now, anyone that's ever lived in a city, yeah, you know how much a taxi costs there. So there we go. You want to pick a place that you are able to get to, and it's economical for you. So, apparently if you look through a screen, it sucks. See, and right here, this is where it really gets hinky. There's the reviews. Now, you want to make sure that they put them in English. I have my translator on, so all of them are translated to English, which is cool. So that person actually seems like a pretty cool place to stay. However, if you don't have a car, you're kind of shit out of luck. So, you go down to this little handy dandy thing. Map. Alright, so there's the airport. I've already saved that place because that's a cool place that I want to try. So, and I'll even check on that. Because I can get there, and then it shows a little highlight right there. I think actually that's this thing I'm staying. Oh, that's actually where I'm staying. So, you sit there and you go, okay, these are all the amenities. And they are pretty cool. It's a pretty cool website. Because you get to see, okay, they've got a kitchen. Now, make sure if you want to use the kitchen, that it says kitchen. If it doesn't say kitchen, you can't use their kitchen. And if you're staying there for 4 days, in the middle of Pisa, I'm staying 3 days in Pisa. And if I couldn't use the kitchen, I'd be shit out of luck. Now, the hairdryer, iron, whoopie-doo. But there's, you know what? I hate to tell you this. That is an awesome thing. The bathtub. Because a lot of places are European. And European bathrooms have just the standing showers when they have Airbnbs especially. So this is a quiet residential place, just away from the Pisa, double bed, cool. But you want to do this. This is the one thing that's going to hook you up. See that flexible cancellation policy? Right there. Flexible cancellation policy. There are a couple different levels of this. There's flexible, moderate, and strict. Now, when it comes to strict, you have 5 days and you'll get less than half your money. Moderate, you get, if you do it 5 days earlier, you might get all your money back, minus the booking fee. Now, you don't want to go to places that say strict, unless you know that there's nothing that's going to stop you. And I'll just tell you that, I've actually had this problem. Alright, so that's like a couple little, how to Airbnb. And when you're there, make sure that you stay in constant contact. The day before you fly or the week before you fly, just say, hey, how you doing? I do little things like I message them and I'll say, hey, I'm in Germany right now. Do you want me to bring you anything? I've done that a couple times where, hey, I'm going to Copenhagen. Hey, I'm in Germany right now. Do you want me to bring you anything? That's just the nice things you can do. And when you do things for people, especially in Airbnb, it really does help them want to make your stay a lot better. And like in Copenhagen, we got little maps and little coupons about everything around the city. And okay, so that's the Airbnb for that place, and I think that's where I'm staying, so it's kind of funny. I chose the same place. Now, if you see places that just look too good to be true, like I've seen a couple, you should always pay through PayPal. Pay through PayPal when it comes to these things, because they'll put it right back. If you do a dispute and you say, holy crap, like I inbox all of my people. Like these are all the places I'm staying. Or some places that I couldn't stay. So this is Airbnb support. You really want to know that you can get them anytime. And if you're having a hard time with anything, Airbnb support is awesome. I mean, it could be something like the room said that it was this and it's not. The person said that they had this much space and they don't. I'm staying in the middle of a room. I don't have my own room. It's what it says. Then they'll negotiate with the owner to either put you in another better Airbnb or they refund your money, which is really cool. So when it comes to staying in places, I do Airbnb almost all the time. Now, there's another app called Couchsurfing, which I love. There's the app right there. Now, if you do Couchsurfing, that is a little bit more problematic. You have a harder time doing things. You are at the mercy of their schedule, and if all of a sudden they decide to kick you out, you don't have any recourse. Well, at least with Airbnb, you've got resource. Now, just so you know, you should really make sure, like this is when we stayed in Belfast 2 years ago. Me and Peter went to Belfast. That room is exactly like it's supposed to. And then we got a review. You get a review, which is really funny, because they basically talk about you, which is like, oh, you're awesome. Like, okay. And so I view my profile. I have 3 reviews. And 2 of them, oh, there she is, Anna. Okay, so I have 3 reviews. You really want reviews because people will look. These people will look at your reviews. Like Anne, this is when I first got to Copenhagen. That's when me and Peter got married. And this is in Belfast. So, actually, they were really nice. I'll have to say that if you ever get the chance, stay in Belfast. David is the way to go. Really nice guy. They had a room. They picked us up from the airport at like 11 o'clock at night. That's really cool. So, when you want to Airbnb, you should Airbnb with a little bit of smarts. So, and you can save everything. And my number one tip is if you get there and say you're like I go, I don't know, we're going to Austria, and the dolls are scaring me a little bit right now. All right, so if we're going to Austria to stay for the night because the drive from Frankfurt to Sicily or Venice is a little long, so I'm going to stay in their room for the night. Now, their cancellation policy, it's full refund, so that's awesome. It's a flexible one, which is cool. I'm only spending $45. I'm staying in the Alps, or in the mountains. The Alps, what am I doing? And they're really nice. So I've already talked to them. You can do things like change reservation, you could cancel reservation, but you just really want to keep everything kind of organized, so you could tell I'm having lots of fun here. So I think you should the number one tip I would say is have an extra $100 to book another Airbnb in case, like, say this place screws up and I need to book something on the fly. You really want an extra $100 at least to put you through one day, because it would take maybe 3 hours for them to get their ducks in a row and to give you the money back. So, and they'll put it in credit in Airbnb. So I stayed in Copenhagen, and because of the place, there it is. Like, this was my place I stayed twice. that lady took me in when I literally had been just dumped. The lady, it was a fake place, didn't answer the phone cut off. That sucked. It's kind of a nightmare, actually. So what you should do is always have an extra couple $100. And anyway, here we go. Hi. All right. So my number one tip, always have an extra $100 to make sure that you could rebook someplace really quickly in case one place falls through. Number two tip, don't give any information. I'm going to say, keep sensitive information sensitive. You don't need to tell them where you're going right away when they're just emailing you and you're, if you want to tell them stuff when you get there, fine. But, just make sure you're friendly, but just don't overshare. And in my life, this is a little hard. So that's my Airbnb like a boss. Keep your stuff together. Airbnb on any mobile device you've got. Make sure when you land in the airport, try and get yourself a little SIM card with data on it when you get there. Like at the the airport in Copenhagen. You can go to a vending machine. They'll sell water, and then there's a SIM card. And the SIM card had like 5 gigabytes and some calls, and that lasted almost the entire time that we were in Copenhagen together. So we could make calls, we could surf the internet. So it was really it was good. Anyway, so when you land, get yourself a SIM card. That's another thing you can do. And when we're actually driving into Austria. So when I get there, it's like spending $20 just while we're in Austria. That kind of sucks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, I'm buying a GPS for the car so I don't have to rely on my phone. And then when I get to Venice, I can buy a SIM card because that's just the smarter way to do it, I guess. So anyway, Carrie, you should go when we're in Ireland. You should come and visit because we are always going to Ireland. It's always so fun. Anyway, I know I'm silly. It's okay. And anyway, so if anyone wants to say hi to me, say hi. Hi. Hello, everybody. I am going to, like I said, we're going to be here till the end of the month, and then we're going to be driving. Well, I'm going to be driving. I have the international driver's license. And that's another tip. Get yourself an international driver's license. And by no means does that mean you can leave your driver's license at home. Go take $20. $20. Go to AAA and show them your ID, your driver's license, and they will give you an international driver's license. And you ain't got to know shit, which is weird, but that's okay. And get a month's worth of international driver's license insurance, but the drivers, the rental places, the rental cars actually have insurance on all their cars, so you're good. I don't know why they don't tell you this, but I found this out the hard way. So, carry an extra $100 in your PayPal account, get a SIM card, travel smart, and don't give people shit unnecessarily. And I'm just gonna flip my hair around, and this is a mess. I thought I was having a good hair day, and now I'm lying. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, and have a wonderful day. I don't know how to turn this off, ever. I keep on hitting the wrong buttons every time.